the 12 tribes of Bani Israel, when they asked for the water, then Prophet Musa alayhi salam was commanded by Allah to hit his stick on the big mountain, and then the 12 rivers come out. And it's also mentioned that when they asked for the food, and that is the time when they were saved from the Pharaoh, the king, and they were given the cloud to go with them, to shadow them, and they were given the manu salwa. It's mentioned also in this, وَنزَلْنَا عَلَيْهِمْ وَالْمَنَّ وَالسَّلْوَى. Kulu min tayyibat, eat from the purified things which we given you for rizq, for sustenance. وَمَا ظَلَمُونَ وَلَكِنْ كَانُوا أَنفُسَهُمْ يَظْلِمُونَ. And we did not zulm upon you, but you make yourself zulm upon yourself. And this is the same Bani Israel who always rejected the commands of Allah, who always turned away from the way of Allah, and they always do the evil. Every time Allah gives them the favors and lots of privileges, but they always go back to disobey Allah. Like example, when Allah said, don't kill your own people and don't bring out people from their homes. And they always do this. Until today, they are still killing the people and to throwing people out of their homes. That is mentioned in the Quran 1,400 years ago, that Allah, when He give them the commandments mentioned in the Quran, those 10 commandments in Surah Al-Baqarah. And the last two were, don't kill the people and don't bring out people from their homes. And until today, they are doing the same thing. And Allah said there in the Quran that you did not comply this. Yet you are killing the innocent people and you are bringing out people from their home. What happening today is all just started because of the attitude of Bani Israel. They were in Europe, they were killed by Hitler during the World War II, they were massacred, whatever. They came to Palestine, the people of Palestine welcomed them, but after some time they grabbed their land and they threw them outside. And now they want to get back their land, so now they started this war for 2.5 years, 2.5 years, and those countries who want to mediate, they were now being attacked. The Iran being attacked, and now there is retaliation from the Iran, and this becomes a very big war. But who is the real fitna? Who is the real culprit? Israel, and America is the supporter of Israel. So whatever Allah said is always true. And then they ask for to enter the city, and then you say hittatun, but they change the word. That is their attitude. Always want to disobey Allah, and always Allah send down upon them the punishment. Rijsam min as-samai ma kanu yazlimun. Then Allah send the destruction for them from the sky because of their rejection, because of their injustice. Verse number 171, the Surah Araf, which we read tonight. And when we shook the mountain over them as if it were a covering overhead, and they thought that it was going to fall down upon them, the mountain. Take hold of what we have given you with firmness, and be mindful of what is in it, so that you may be protecting yourself from sins and from the anger of Allah. وَإِذَا خَذَ رَبُّكَ مِن بَنِي آدَمَ مِن ظُهُورِهِمْ ذُرِّيَّتَهُمْ وَأَشْهَدَهُم عَلَىٰ أَنفُسِهِمْ أَلَسْتُ بِرَبِّكُمْ قَالُوا بَلَىٰ شَهِدْنَا أَن تَقُولُوا يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ إِنَّا كُنَّا عَنْ هَٰذَا غَافِلِينَ. So that is verse number 172, Surah Al-Araf. And when your Lord brought forth from the children of Adam, from their backs, their descendants, and made them bear witness, testify against their own selves. Am I not your Lord? Alastu bi rabbikum. Am I not your Lord? All of us, our souls were testified. Yes, we bear witness, we testify. Lest you should say on the day of resurrection, surely we were unknown, we were heedless of this. So Allah already gave the faith in our hearts. There is a scientific research, they check the human heart. It's in the DNA of human being to believe in God. So it is already programmed in our heart to believe in God. The faith in Allah, it's already in our hearts. Because we come to this world, before we came to this world, we already testified that there is only one God, we worship Allah. Or you should say only our forefathers associated others with Allah before, and we were an offspring after them. Will you then destroy us for what when doers did? And thus we make clear our signs, our verses, and that haply they might return. And recite to them the narrative of him to whom we give our signs. But he withdraw himself from them, so the shaitan overtakes him, so he is of those who go astray. There was a verse we read yesterday. I forget to mention it yesterday, when Prophet Musa was making a kalam, the conversation with Allah. Then he said to Allah, I want to see you. Allah said, Lan tarani, you cannot see me. But you look at the mountain, I will appear to the mountain. If the mountain can bear me, to see me, yet bear me, then you can also bear me to see. So when Allah appeared to the mountain was crumbled and exploded and become pulverized. And Prophet Musa, who fell down, unconscious, when he awake, then he asked Allah to sorry, he asked Allah to forgiveness. So no one has power to see Allah. He asked Allah to see him, but he was not able to bear it, and he fell down unconscious. And if he had peace, he would certainly. So the shaitan overtakes him, so he is of those who went astray. And if he had pleased, we would certainly have exalted him thereby, but he is clung to the earth and following his low desires. So his parable is as the parable of the dog. So now Allah is giving the example of the people who are following their lust, those who are following their false desires. So Allah said, their example is like a dog. If you attack him, he lulls out his tongue. And if you leave him alone, he lulls out his tongue. That is the example for the people who follow their desires. This is the example of those people who reject our signs. Therefore, relate the narrative that they may reflect. Evil is likeness of the people who reject our signs and are unjust to their own souls. مَن يَهْدِ اللَّهُ فَهُوَ الْمُهْتَدِي وَمَن يُضْلِلْ فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْخَاسِرُونَ. Whoever Allah guides, he is the one who follows the right way. And whosoever he causes to misguide, these are the losers. Then verse number 179. وَلَقَدْ ذَرَأْنَا لِجَهَنَّمَ كَثِيرًا مِنَ الْجِنِّ وَالْإِنسِ لَهُمْ قُلُوبٌ لَا يَفْقَهُونَ بِهَا وَلَهُمْ آذَانٌ أَعْيُنٌ لَا يُبْصِرُونَ بِهَا وَلَهُمْ آذَانٌ لَا يَسْمَعُونَ بِهَا أُولَٰئِكَ كَالْأَنْعَامِ بَلْ هُمْ أَضَلُّ أُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْغَافِلُونَ. And that is a very warning verse of Allah. Allah said, and surely we will drag to the hellfire many of the jinn and the men. What Allah said, then surely we will drag to the hellfire many among the jinn and many among the men. And who are these people in big number to whom Allah dragged them to hellfire on the day of judgment? Allah said, لَهُمْ قُلُوبٌ لَا يَفْقَهُونَ بِهَا. They have the hearts, but they understand not. وَلَهُمْ آيُنٌ لَا يُبْصِرُونَ بِهَا. They have eyes, but they see not. وَلَهُمْ آذَانٌ لَا يَسْمَعُونَ بِهَا. They have ears, but they hear not. Now it is not just physically, but it's metaphorically. They have the hearts, but the hearts is rejecting and not understanding the faith. They have eyes, they can see all the evil and material things, but they cannot see the truth. And they have ears, they can hear all the foolish talks, but they cannot hear about the oneness of Allah. So Allah said that surely we will drag to the hellfire the many among the jinn and the many among the men. They are those, they have hearts, but they hear, they understand not. And they have ears, but they hear not. And they have eyes, but they see not. Ulaika kalan'am, they are like cattle. Cattle is like sheep, the cow, the goat, the carabao. They are cattle. And Allah said they are like cattle. Then Allah said the next, balhum adar, they are worse than the cattle. Because cattle, they follow the commandments of Allah. The cow being slaughtered for our food because Allah command the cow to be slaughtered. The cow gave the milk because Allah command cow to give the milk to us. So these animals are even better than those evil human beings who are worse than the animals. They kill the human beings. They rape the women. They rape the children. They rape the boys and girls, like what happened in the Epstein file. These politicians, these Westerners who talks about human rights, they are doing the sexual relation with the young boys and girls. The filthy. They even chop them and eat those human beings. So Allah said about this kind of people, Ulaika kalan'am bal hum adar. They are like the cattle, even the worse than the cattle. And the same people now, they are bombing the one country and then inflicting the big war now. So they are the worse than the cattle. Not just they are like cattle, bal hum adar. They are the worse than the cattle. Ulaika humul ghafilun. They are the heedless ones. So may Allah be not to be us to be like that, but to use our hearts to feel the faith in Allah, to follow His commanders, to see the truth and to hear the truth and to follow it. وَلِلَّهِ الْأَسْمَاءُ الْحُسْنَى فَادْعُوهُ بِهَا وَذَرُوا الَّذِينَ يَلْحِدُونَ فِي أَسْمَائِهِ سَيُجْزَوْنَ مَا كَانُوا يَعْمَلُونَ. And for Allah are the most beautiful names, so invoke Allah with those names. What are the names of Allah? Ya Allah, O Ya Rahman, O Ya Rahim, O Al-Rahman, O Rahim, O Al-Malik, Al-Quddus, Al-Salam, Al-Mu'min, Al-Muhaymin, Al-Aziz, Al-Jabbar, Al-Mutakabbir, Al-Khaliq, Al-Bari, Al-Musawwir, Lahu al-Asma'u al-Husna, fad'uhu biha. So we can call Allah with His names. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, O Rahim, Ya Malik, Ya Quddus, Ya Salam, Ya Mu'min, Ya Muhaymin, Ya Aziz, Ya Jabbar, Ya Mutakabbir, Ya Khaliq, Ya Bari, Ya Musawwir. Call Allah with His names for our supplications. وَذَرُوا الَّذِينَ يَلْحِدُونَ فِي أَسْمَائِهِ. And leave those who are showing disbelieving in His names. سَيُجْزَوْنَ مَا كَانُوا يَعْمَلُونَ. They shall be recompensed for what they did. And those whom we have created are people who guide with the truth and thereby they do justice. And those who reject our signs, we draw them near to destruction by decree from whence they know not. And I grant them respite, the time. Surely my plan is effective. They do not reflect that their companion has no unsoundness in mind. He is only a plain warner. Because they were saying the Prophet Muhammad is insane or he has some affected by jinn. Allah rejected it and He said he is a plain warner. He's warning you for the next life, for the hellfire. Do they not consider the kingdom of the heavens and earth and whatever things Allah has created, and that it may be that their term has drawn near? What announcement would they then believe in after this? Whom Allah misguided, no one can guide him, and He leaves them alone in their misguidance, in their rebellion in which they are. They ask you, يَسْأَلُونَكَ السَّاعَةَ. They ask you about the hour. The same thing in the Bible also. They ask about Jesus, about the end of the world. He said, I have no knowledge, only God have a knowledge. Similar question here. Yes, to Prophet Muhammad, Allah said, they ask you about the hour. Ayyana mursa'a. When will be its taking place? Say, Allah said to Prophet Muhammad, say to them, knowledge of it is only with my Lord. None but He shall manifest it at its time. It will be momentous in the heavens and the earth. It will not come on you but of a sudden. They ask you as if you were solicitous about it. They say its knowledge is only with Allah, but most of people do not know. The next verse, "Kul la amliku li nafsi naf'a wa la darra." Allah said to Prophet Muhammad, say to them, I have no power for my own self, for my profit and for my loss. Illa mashallah, except what Allah will. So it is either Prophet Muhammad, Prophet Jesus, or Moses, or Abraham, or all of us human beings. We have no power for any good or evil for us. We cannot give us any benefit, and we cannot save ourselves from any harm except by the will of Allah, except by the will of God. And if I have the knowledge of the unseen, then I can gather many benefits from me. And nothing hard can touch me, because no one has knowledge of the unseen. What happened tomorrow, we don't know. If I know that, I can get lots of benefit for me, and I can be saved from evil. In ana illa nadhir wa bashir liqawm yu'minun. I am not but a warner and giver of the good news for the people who believe. He it is alladhi khalaqakum min nafsin wahida. He is the one who created all of you from one soul, Adam. And from him wajala minha zawjaha. And from him he made his wife, the Hawa, the Eve. Liuskala ali ilayha, then he can get tranquility, the calmness from her. So when he covers her, she bears a lightened burden, then moves about with it. But when it grows heavy, they both call upon Allah, their Lord. Though you give us a good one, we shall certainly be of the grateful ones. And if you invite them to guidance, they will not follow you. It is the same to you whether you invite them or you are silent. Surely those who invoke, those whom you call on beside Allah are slaves like yourselves. Therefore call on them, then let them answer if you're truthful. So these are also creation of Allah that you are calling. You're supposed to call the God, the Allah only. Have they feet which they walk? Or have they have a hand which they can hold? Or have they eyes which they see? Or have they have ears with which they can hear? Say, call your associates, then make a struggle against me and give me no respite. Surely Allah is the guardian who revealed the book, and He befriends the good. And those who call other than Him, they have no power. They are not able to help you, nor can they help themselves. And if you invite them to guidance, they do not, and yet they do not see. Take to no forgiveness and enjoying good, and turn aside from the ignorant. وَإِمَّا يَنزَغَنَّكَ مِنَ الشَّيْطَانِ نَزْغٌ فَاسْتَعِذْ بِاللَّهِ إِنَّهُ سَمِيعٌ عَلِيمٌ. And when false imputation from the shaitan afflicts you, then seek the refuge in Allah. A'udhu billah. Surely He is hearing, the knowing. Surely those who guard when a visitation from shaitan afflicts them, they become mindful, then lo, they see. And their brethren increase them in error, then they cease not. And when you bring them not a revelation, they say, why do you not forge it? Say, I only follow what is revealed to me from my Lord. These are clear evidences from your Lord, and guidance and a mercy for the people who believe. وَإِذَا قُرِئَ الْقُرْآنُ فَاسْتَمِعُوا لَهُ وَانصِتُوا لَعَلَّكُمْ تُرْحَمُونَ. And when the Quran is reciting, فَاسْتَمِعُوا, then listen to it. وَانصِتُوا, and shut your mouth, don't talk. لَعَلَّكُمْ تُرْحَمُونَ, so you will have a chance to have a mercy. وَاذْكُرْ رَبَّكَ فِي نَفْسِكَ تَضَرُّعًا وَخُفْيًا وَخِيفَةً وَدُونَ الْجَهْرِ مِنَ الْقَوْلِ بِالْغُدُوِّ وَالْآصَالِ وَلَا تَكُن مِنَ الْغَافِلِينَ. Remember your Lord within yourself humbly and fearing, and in a voice not loud, in the morning and in the evening, and be not of the heedless one. Surely those who are with your Lord are not proud to serve Him, and they declare His glory and prostrate in humility before in peace. They put their head on the floor in front of God. May Allah guide us.